All right, everybody. Week 7. Wow.
7.
It's cruising along this whole quarantine or new way of living for now.
Yeah.
Being kind to each other by keeping each other safe by staying social distanced. Heather and I not in the same room.
Which is really hard for us.
Very. And I bet you it's hard for a lot of people, but I know, and there's some family members that I have that they're kind of liking it. So
yeah,
it doesn't affect them as much as others, right? So.
Ready to find the ear? Here is the ear. Here is the sky. Here are my friends. And here am I.
Okay, let's do a little bit of pounding. Here is the earth. Push those clouds. Here is the sky. Here are my friends. And here am I. So lucky we can do this.
We are. The moon is round can be. 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth like me.
Still wanting that eye contact. It's such a big thing, right? So I'm going to do it on my face on the screen this time. The moon is round can be. 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth like me.
Let's do it one more time and change up the M to add in that hug.
Okay.
Because I just did it to myself, so I must mean it. The moon is round can be. 2 eyes, a nose, and a hug from me. Everybody should climb up on their horse. All right. You got yours on your knees, Kim? Your baby?
Yeah,
your
here
child?
today.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little one.
Okay, I'll be
And you know
bouncing.
what? Some of us have a little one, and you can still be bouncing another one on your knees.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Sometimes
just life is.
You might have 3 along your knees. Ready? Father and Mother and Uncle John went to market one by one. Oh no, Father fell off. Mother fell off. But Uncle John went on and 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 on. Again. I'm back up. Let's see, I'm going to change it a little bit this time.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Father and Mother and Uncle John went for groceries one by one. Oh, Father fell off, Mother fell off, but Uncle John went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And then he put the horses away.
And the groceries.
And the groceries.
That family event that everybody loves.
Yes, which isn't a family event right now.
No, I meant putting them away when you brought them home.
Oh, I see, yes.
One by one was the way it is right now, okay?
Yes.
So, are we going to look for those stars? Where are the stars? There. There. Where are the stars? There. There. Where is, oh, where are the stars? There. There. Where is my star? Right here. It's been 7 weeks and it's dipping in my brain.
And that's okay, Kim.
It is. Kim will have her own version at home. And that is the best story we love to hear, is when you do make it different in your own house, or you change it, or your little people do.
Let's do it one more time.
Love it.
Where are the stars? There. There. Where are the stars? There. There. Where are the stars? There. There. Where is my star? Right here.
Right in the screen.
Yep.
I am my own star.
Shining star.
You can be my star too, because you're in my screen.
Thanks.
We are superstars.
We are. You want to do toes?
Or do you want to do?
Sure.
Do you want to do that new one we learned?
Yeah.
We learned a new one last week. So we'll do it, and we're going to do it really slow the first time, so that we can all remember and wrap our heads around the words, because not all of us have watched the recording all week. 10 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, so did all the rest. They grew and they grew and they did not stop until one day that pea pod popped. Oh, love that one. We'll definitely repeat that, Heather.
Yeah. All right. Got your peas? 10 fat peas in a pea pod press. 1 grew, 2 grew, so did all the rest. They grew and they grew and they did not stop until one day that pea pod popped. Let's do it quiet. No, let's do it really loud and then quiet.
Okay.
Ready? You want to do it loud?
I can do it loud. I can do it loud.
I don't believe you. You have to show me.
All right. I tend to get bigger when I'm loud too. 10 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, so did all the rest. They grew and they grew and they did not stop until one day that pea pod popped. I was loud in here. Not my outside, or that was not my inside voice.
No.
No.
Now let's whisper and see what happens. Well, I'll try to pop at the same time. Ready? 10 fat in a pea pod press. 1, 2 grew, so did all the rest. And they did not stop until one day that pea pod. So you can play with that rhyme in a lot of different ways, which is why it's one of our favorites.
Toes?
Yeah. Everybody knows I love my toes. Everybody knows I love my toes. I love my shoulders, my knees, my elbows, and my nose. But everybody knows I love my toes. Everybody knows I love my lips. Everybody knows I love my lips. I love my shoulders, my knees, my elbows, and my hips. But everybody knows I love my lips. Oh yeah.
Should I do story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clearly the story is one of our favorite pieces of this.
Favorite parts, but it's been a long time since I told this particular story. So the cool thing about stories is they're never, when you're telling them orally, they never are the same. There might be certain pieces, but I have to remember all the pieces. So let's have fun with this. So settle in, take a deep breath, and I'm going to tell you a story today. And this story actually takes place long ago, sort of long ago in a different time. And you can imagine it's maybe in this area, Fort Saskatchewan, but it would look very, very different. Or maybe it's in a far off country. And it's a story about a traveler. And this was at a time when there were no cars. And maybe if you were lucky, you had a horse and a buggy. But this traveler walked everywhere. And he didn't have a lot, but he had wit and he had smarts and he used them. So one day he was going in, and it was approaching evening, into a village, and he was knocking. He knocked on a couple doors and said, "Do you have any food or a place to sleep for tonight for I'm a weary traveler?" And, the first door says, "No, no, we don't even have enough for ourselves. We can't be letting other people, share with other people." So, he often got this, but he was, he thought there's got to be someone in the village, and he kept tapping on those windows or the doors, knock, knock, knock. And every door he went to, he heard the same answer. It was no. We have no extra food, and we have no place for you to sleep. Well, he kept, going along on the doors, kept hearing the same thing until he came to the center of the village. And in the center of the village was a beautiful square with a big green area. And there was children all gathered around there. And so he started talking to the children, and he told them, "You know what? I'm getting really hungry, and I have a magic stone, and I'm going to make some soup." Well, the kids sort of looked at him, and he always carried this pot on the back of his back. He carried around like a knapsack. He took that pot, he walked around that green area, and he gathered some wood, and he started a fire. He placed that pot on, and he ran down to the river, and he'd gotten water in his pot. He put it on, and it started to boil, and then he says, "Watch, children, he put a magic stone in there." Well, the kids were really intrigued, and some of them started running back to tell his parents that this traveler was making this magic soup with this stone. And so soon there was a huge gathering watching him as the flames were coming around the pots and the water started to bubble. And he says, "Oh, it's going to be really good. Would really be nice to have maybe some salt, but we won't worry about what we don't have, and we won't miss it. I'm sure it's still going to be delicious." And one lady sort of just left, and she came back, and she's like, "Here's some salt and some pepper. I like pepper in my soup." So he put some salt and pepper, he stirred it up. Oh, it's smelling really good. I think it's just about ready. But one of the favorite things I like is carrots. And before you know it, one of the villagers runs and, he says, "Oh, look, I have 2 carrots." Well, of course, this traveler, he also had a knife with him. He cut up that carrot, and he had the carrots, and they're stirring and they're smelling, and everybody's smelling. And from the crowd, he hears, "I like potatoes in mine." And someone runs up with some potatoes for the soup. And then he chops them up, and he puts them in, and he's stirring, and he's smelling, and oh, he's like, "It's so delicious, my stone soup, my magic stone soup." And someone else from the crowd, "You need some meat bone, like some soup bone in there to give it more flavor and zest and some, just zing to it." She runs home and she grabs a soup bone, and soon there's a soup bone. And before you know it, we have barley in there and some celery, garlic, of course, someone added garlic, and all the villagers are bringing in little snacks, and this soup is soon filled the pot, and it's overflowing. And the villagers decide, and he says, "I think it's ready." And the villagers decide, "No, let's all eat out here." So they set up all the tables around, they got their soup and their spoon, a fiddler came out, and they had a whole celebration around this magic stone soup. So they all were full, and at the end of the night, they're all cleaning up, and one of the traveler says, "Oh, well, I'm just going to make my bed right here." And the villagers start fighting about he's going to stay with. And so they have a leg wrestle, and the person that won the leg wrestle happens to have the extra bed. So the traveler stays with that person. They all go to bed with full tummies. And the next morning they wake up, the traveler's packing up everything he has, and he hands his stone soup to the villagers, and he says, "I'm going to hand you my magic stone. but I'm going to ask that you all gather once a month to make this magic soup. And so he leaves, everybody's waving, he's made many, many friends, and they all wave goodbye, and the traveler starts on his way forward. He's going on to the next village, but before he hits the next village, he picks up another magic stone and puts it into his pocket. And that, my friends, is the story of Soan's soup.
That's a beautiful story. Thanks, Kim. Monday night, the banjo playing on the radio. I like the radio, and I like H. H is for Heather, happy, happy Heather. All the children adore her, give her a kiss goodnight. Sleep tight.
Monday night, the banjo playing on the radio. I like the radio and I like K. K is for Kim, kooky kooky Kim. All the children adore her, give her a kiss goodnight. Sleep tight.
Monday night, the banjo playing on the radio. I like the radio and I like the M is for Minnie, messy, messy Minnie. All the children adore her, give her a kiss goodnight. Sleep tight.
Monday night, the banjo playing on the radio. I like the radio and I like A. A is for Ada, awesome, awesome Ada. All the children adore her, give her a kiss goodnight. Sleep tight. Yo te amo?
Sure.
This one feels fast.
It does.
It does. Maybe we were just excited and went faster.
Maybe, but I think it's okay because I bet you people are starting to learn the songs now.
Yeah, I hope so.
If you need us to slow down, make sure you tell us. Yo te amo, yo te amo. All day long I sing this little song to you. Yo te amo, yo te amo. Darling, I love you.
Yo te amo, yo te amo. All day long I sing this little song to you. Yo te amo, yo te amo. Darling, I love you. Let's do our names, Heather. Do you remember how to do that?
Yeah. Heather May, Heather May. All day long I sing this little song to you. Heather May, Heather
Kim Marie, Kim Marie. All day long I sing this little song to you. Kim Marie, Kim Marie. Darling, I love you.
Good idea. Forgot about that one. You know what we didn't do?
What didn't we do?
Round and round the garden runs the teddy bear. One step, two step, tickle you under there.
Good remembering. We just introduced that one last week. That would have been sad if we'd forgotten
I know,
it.
and I used very good self-control because I remembered right in the middle of Yo Te Amo. I kept it to myself, but I was bursting.
Good job. So, and then I probably threw that. We got to do the name one.
I'm like, no, we have to do Round the Garden.
Okay, let's do that one again.
Yeah.
Round and round the garden runs the teddy bear. One step, two steps, three
Oh no! I love it because you can just see the child starting to squirm.
And some would get really upset because you changed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Oh well.
Oh well, get over it, right?
Yeah. You want to lead this one this time, Kim?
No, because I'm afraid that I'll do it different than you. Okay, I will do it. That's actually my fear. Okay.
Yeah. It's okay to do it different. There's no wrong way to do these.
I know.
Yeah.
This is the key to the kingdom. And this is the kingdom. Now, in the kingdom, there is a town. And in the town, there is a road. And on the road, there is a hill. And on the hill, there is a house. And in the house, there is a room. And in the room, there is a bed. And on the bed, there is a basket. And on the basket, there is a blanket. And under the blanket, there is a baby. Baby under the blanket, blanket on the basket, basket on the bed, bed in the room, room in the house, house on the hill, hill on the road, road in the town, town in the kingdom. And this is the key to the kingdom. Such a good one.
I just want to give a shout out to Merle Harris.
Oh, beautiful.
Our Parent-Child Mother Goose mentor and teacher. Because she's the one that really made us fall in love with that one. And I think of her every time we tell it. hello, Merle, wherever you are. And thank you.
Somebody knows her, tell her we've shouted out to her.
Yeah. Is that all? That's it?
That's it. I think we've remembered everything.
Yeah.
So we've got, yeah.
Wow.
We'll see you next week, I guess.
See you next week. Yeah, have a fabulous week, everybody. You are wonderful. When somebody says that to me, I feel wonderful, as wonderful can be. It makes me want to say same thing to somebody new. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too.
You are wonderful. When somebody says that to me, I feel wonderful, as wonderful can be. It makes me want to say the same thing to somebody new. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too. See you. Have a great week.
Next time.